Yo, this your main man, Neo, the anime man. On this episode of Babble Talk, we're going to be talking about our favorite black superheroes and some Marvel and DC characters that we like a lot. So I'm going to let the other guys take it away from here.
Hey guys, it's Oscar, your friendly neighborhood nerd, your Marvel, DC, and horror guy. I'm also known as Basil Microbe. How's everybody doing tonight? Next up.
Nice. Here comes player 4 because player 3 couldn't make it today. This is the Mark 70 coming at you guys. What do you call it? Yeah, as Neo said, let's go ahead and take care of our top 5 black heroes, or at least our top black heroes. What do you call it? I know I grew up with a few. What do you call it? I don't know. What do you guys say? You guys want me to start it off, or you guys want to go first?
We'll let you start it off. Also, people, comment down your favorite black heroes for the support of Black History Month, and other heroes that you like too, or villains, whatever you like, But
that's true. I didn't even think about villains. I did not think about villains. I didn't want to go there, but yeah. Well, anyways, what do you call it? All right, so let me start off first. What do you call it? Growing up, my favorite black heroes were as follows: is Static Shock, Cyborg from Teen Titans, the animated series, Black Panther, specifically from not the movies, from the animated series Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I don't know if you guys ever caught that animated series.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah. Wasn't it the Ultimate Avengers though?
Yep. No. This show is called Earth. Is this show? Because there's a different one. That's a different one. It's called Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I'm gonna put the link in the description of this video to the intro theme of that song because that show had a badass intro, and every time that intro came on, I was just like, bro, we're about to get it. Anyways, so what do you call that one? And it's not DC or Marvel related, but it's Al Simmons' Spawn, Todd McFarlane's Spawn, specifically the animated series. Because he was voiced by Keith David. The voice of Spawn will forever be Keith David.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, Green Lantern. John Stewart from Justice League and Justice League Unlimited animated series. I got lucky. I got into Green Lantern through him versus through Ryan Reynolds' Hal Jordan, which was,
we don't talk about
it did great for his career, but it did nothing for Green Lantern. So we're just going to leave it at that. Those are my top 5 black superheroes growing up. And what do you call it? All of them have awesome backstories. I think my favorite one is the Black Panther because, like, in the episode he shows up, he literally breaks into the Avengers mansion and beats the crap out of everyone just because he wants to see if they're worth his time. And that, from that moment on, Black Panther was like, yo, Black Panther's like, oh, gee. It's like, damn, you don't do that get called into the Avengers. They call you in. But he said, you know what? I'm coming to the Avengers. I'm going to see if they got what it takes for me to be on that team. All right, go ahead.
For me, unfortunately, I didn't have that much of a list like you guys. So, like, the main two, at least the main one I grew up was Blade. If y'all remember, Blade was like the first black superhero, like the first one who started the Marvel universe. Although at the time, Marvel was rated R before they started going PG-13, unfortunately. But started off with Blade. He was a good martial artist. And then second was, Todd McFarlane's Spawn. Especially the movie. I know the movie isn't all that. When I was a kid, I always thought it was a good movie. I was like, yeah, it's a badass movie. And as I grew up and now that I'm older, I'm just like, oh, damn. This didn't age well. This didn't age well at all. But it's still like a guilty pleasure movie. I still watch it whenever it's like on HBO Max or anywhere. I just watch it. And then some other ones was, Cyborg from the Teen Titans anime series. He was pretty good. He was like a good character. And then Static Shock, actually. And whoever watched Cartoon Network, Static Shock came into this DC universe back at the time at Cartoon Network. I think there was an actual episode that was leaning towards, like, being, the first black superhero. I don't remember what episode it was, but all I know, there was another black hero that he met, and, he couldn't believe, like, yo, I can't believe, there's another black superhero, which is pretty interesting. What about you, Neil?
So you already know. My main man, the Joker. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing with y'all. So, as you know, growing up as a kid, I love Static. Static was dope. Static was the best character as a black man, seeing another fellow black character on the screen, and his power was the way he carried his power and like learning about himself throughout the whole series was very dope to me. And I would say War Machine, I would say.
Right.
Yeah.
What else? Storm, Blade. I love Blade. Black man wearing all black with some swords, biting people and cutting. I mean, he ain't biting nobody, not really, but dope. I really love those characters, and they'll like get me into the stuff that I'm into today, especially Static Shock. So I really hope, because I think they put out like some casting calls to for Static, or I think it was like for like a live action. I really want to see that. That is on. I'm the first date. I'm be there in those movie theaters.
I can imagine him with the whole Static Shock gear. Like, I'm here to see Static Shock.
I swear.
Having like
you already know.
Looking disc and be like, I'm here to watch Static Shock. I heard apparently, I'm not so sure if the rumors were true. They were looking into Jaden Smith, but again, I don't know if it's true or not.
I don't know.
That'd be weird.
He wouldn't. I don't know if he would be a bad Static Shock, but I don't know if they pick him because of his talent or because he's Jaden Smith and like people like Jaden Smith. I want to know where their mindset is at for this, because if they're gonna do it, they got to do it right. I don't want them picking people just because they think the masses will like it. I want to pick a good character for the part. You know what I'm saying? Other characters that we like in the Marvel or DC world. I will start off. I would say for me, for Marvel, especially Iron Man. I love Iron Man. He's one of the dopest characters. Just the way, like, everything he have is just so brilliant. The way he in the first Spider, I mean, not say Spider. I'm so stupid. In the first Iron Man movie, when in the first one where he was trapped and he had to like figure out, and he made the first like Iron Man suit. I want that suit. Okay, I'm gonna break in Marvel Studios and take that suit. Okay. I will also say for DC, I love the Flash. Flash is the dopest character, and to me, he's my top favorite character. I don't know another character I will put above him, because him in the Speed Force, like, come on, you can't beat that. In my opinion, you can't beat that. Like, come on. Like, say he had that plus Iron Man put together.
He just ruins everything by changing one thing.
I swear, he's gonna go into DBZ and take out Goku. Like, boom. It's like, that's what Goku.
He's gonna come back, bring Batman's dad, dual wielding Batman with guns. That's exactly what we need on screen.
But nah, he's a dope character. What about you guys? What characters do you want to see? Characters that you like, and what characters you feel to have their own series in the next coming years?
For me, I would like to see a better version of Doctor Doom, because you all have seen the 2015, 2014 version of Fantastic Four, and then we have the early 2000s Doctor Doom, which Doctor Doom is supposed to be like almost like a god, in the comics, games. He's almost like a god-like character, and they really nerfed him in the movies. Like, I don't know what happened, man. They nerfed him. He's supposed to be a guy. Y'all made him to this guy. I don't know, man. I'd rather see Doctor Doom like a better character. I haven't thought about who can play his character yet. But hopefully with the new phases that are coming up with Marvel, we'll be able to see a new adaptation of the Fantastic Four and a new Doctor Doom. I would like to see Galactus redone as well, but not as a cloud. Not as a giant fart cloud, because I don't know what that was, man. I want to see an actual big, humongous Galactus. What about you?
What do you call it? That was weird for Galactus. What do you call it? Say what you will about the Fantastic Four casting. What do you call it? Jessica Alba would be everybody's like, childhood crush as Susan Storm, which was just like, honestly, a really terrible miscasting. Susan Storm is a natural blonde, honestly, a white woman. But when you're young and you see Jessica Alba in like blonde, you're just like, I'll allow this,
I'll allow that.
Yeah, they do need to recast all of that, redo all of that, because even the second attempt, they said, you know what, we got away with it once, let's try again. And Johnny Storm's a black guy, we'll go ahead and try that. And that did literally nothing for the story and nothing for Michael B. Jordan's career to the point where it ghosted him. But he got the secondary opportunity of a lifetime with Killmonger. He killed it, you know. He died a hero. He became the villain, and he did not disappoint. So that's one thing. And I don't know why, but around the time, every bad guy was like a ghost cloud. I don't know if you guys remember. Galactus was a ghost cloud. And once again, Ryan Reynolds is a Green Lantern. What do you call it?
It was a ghost cloud.
I forgot that squid thing's name that was basically a ghost cloud.
The squid?
Yeah, what do you call it? The bad guy in that movie. I just saw it on Netflix the other day because it popped up on Netflix, and the bad guy was like a squid ghost cloud something. I don't know. It was like a bunch of particle effects. It wasn't really a bad guy.
Okay, I agree.
Squid.
Now, do you guys remember? It was a video game. It was a DC video game, and I don't remember the name, but it had Brainiac in it. It was like you played as Superman, and
Superman 64.
God!
Do you remember what I'm talking about?
He said PC game. He said PC game.
I thought Superman 64 because that was the first game I bought for the 64, and as a kid, I had no taste.
That game was terrible, dude.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man. I know what you're talking about.
No, you got lucky. I didn't get a PC game till I was in high school, man. And it was like StarCraft 2, I think. So no,
it was a PC game. See, I don't play video games like that. I
thought you said PC game. You said PlayStation? Is that what you said?
No, I think it was a PlayStation game. It was like you played as Superman, and it was like the boss was like Brainiac or whatever, and a whole
Wasn't
bunch
there a
of
Justice League game out at that time?
I think you played as different characters, but the main character you was playing as was like Superman or whatnot. I don't know if you guys in the comments know what I'm talking about. Comment down below, and also comment your other favorite video games and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What else I was gonna say? You just reminded me of something. Wasn't it? Galactic got the Infinity Stones at one point in one of the comics. Or I'm just mixing up characters in my head. It was a comic where he had like.
I have to get back to you on that one. I have no clue.
If you guys know what I'm talking about, I know because I seen it. I was watching a review on it about it, but I can't remember the actual issue of that particular comic. But if you guys know, comment down below. I love to see your comments and interact with everybody.
Yeah.
And follow us on all social media.
Back to like what you said about what do you want to see on screen? I do want to see Brainiac on screen. You know, if there's an entire like DC reboot, which we know there most likely will be, I want Brainiac to be, the main villain. As long as they don't make him like one of the Matrix Sentinels, he could totally maybe like. I don't want to say like a Terminator style thing. You know how like the newer Terminators are basically like robots that turn into like dust.
Yeah.
And then shape what they want. That would be a pretty cool fight. And what do you call it? Just kind of going forward. I know Blue Beetle is coming. I'm excited for that.
I'm gonna flip out.
Cobra Kai, the kid from Cobra Kai is gonna be playing that character, which was a good choice. Honestly, that was a really good choice. So I'm
fill me in on Cobra Kai. I haven't watched that show yet.
Off topic, but everybody watch Cobra Kai. It's fucking amazing. It's a good show, all right? All right, back. I think another thing I want to see, like, back in Marvel, a redo of Ghost Rider. I really want a redo. Yes, I know it's weird, but I want a redo. Nick Cage, you're awesome, but you were just goofy. I like Nick Cage.
I like when he played.
I like him too. Like, don't get me wrong. I like Nick Cage.
He's coming after you now.
But fun fact from what I heard in the Ghost Rider, he actually casted himself to be in the Ghost Rider film. I don't know who gave the approval of him, but he was in it. He was in this, But I'm not gonna lie, CGI wasn't too bad. I enjoyed Ghost Rider, but I don't know. They're looking at Norman Reedus, I believe, for the part of Ghost Rider. If they're,
I'd be down. I would accept that. I totally would accept that. Did you guys watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. during their little Ghost Rider spin thing?
Yeah, wasn't Gabriel Luna the Ghost Rider, like Robbie Reyes?
I don't remember the actor's name. I don't remember the human parts of that show too much. I remember seeing like the Ghost Rider in the car, and I thought that was kind of weird. Yeah, because he had like a Camaro, or he had like a Challenger or something. He was a classic car. And just like his face was different. It wasn't like a normal skeleton. It kind of looked like a plastic mask skeleton sort of thing. Mm-hmm. It kind of looked like, this is gonna be hilarious. It kind of looked like Bleach, Bleach. What do you call it? Ichigo's Bankai mask.
Yeah.
That's basically what it looked like to me. Just paint it all white and add the flames, and there you go. He could have just, Ketsuga Tenshu all of a sudden, and I would have, been okay with it. That was just. It didn't really look like the Ghost Rider to me.
I have a question for Ghost Rider, right? He's my favorite character. I love the character. I love him, but I don't keep up with all the stuff. Can he take control of any vehicle, right? Or
Ghost Rider?
Right.
From what I've seen and heard, I believe he can. He can
I just want to make sure. I thought I was right, but I was like, maybe I'm not right. Maybe I just saw it somewhere else.
No, if you haven't watched the second Ghost Rider movie in a while, then you're gonna forget that explanation. Or unless you keep up with the comics, which is like I'm in the same boat. I don't keep up with the comics as much as I would like to. It's mostly like through movies that I keep connected to everything.
Yeah.
But in the movie, they straight up explain anything he takes over will transform with the rider, and then to prove the point, he takes over like a crane, and it becomes like the construction equipment from hell, and it just like he basically tears the whole thing down to take out this one.
That was a great scene. I enjoyed that scene. Okay,
it was complete overkill and completely wasteful because he basically used his ultimate move on a goon. I don't know if you guys have ever been through that experience where it's like you go through all this build up to fight a mid-level boss, and that's it. You
that dude
on the mid-level boss.
I don't know what the hell his name was. Yeah, I thought he was a character because I don't know if you guys ever played the Ghost Rider game from like the PS2, PSP version.
I remember that. Yeah,
I thought he was I thought he was Blackout. So there's a villain named Blackout, and I thought that's who he was. And when I found out this dude just pretty much rocks people, I was like, oh, okay. I don't know what to name him. I don't even have a name for him. He just rocks people.
Right. The villain for the second one wasn't as good as Blackheart from the first one.
Who was that?
I think his name was Blackheart. And he's supposed to be like a demon guy because I've seen him in like X-Men comics and like an old Marvel versus X-Men video game. Mm-hmm. And his design is so much cooler in the comics than in the the CGI version. So maybe Ghost Rider is due for a reboot.
He was also in Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I don't know if you guys remember that video game.
Right.
If y'all remember that video game, y'all know what I'm talking about. He even then Blackheart was a badass in that game. But in the first one, he looked like he came out, him and his group at least, looked like he came out of a rejected boy band. They looked like a bunch of
He's so slow.
This was during the Matrix era where everyone had to wear a leather trench coat and everyone had to wear like shades and just everything was dark and green for whatever reason.
Yeah, it looked like a whole music video, a goth music video.
It looked like they're about to start screaming the whole time.
Hey, I'm gonna be part. Remember that dance back in the day when them kids was like doing like this? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Y'all know. Comment down below if you know what I'm talking about. You be like, that's what or the thing like this.
Favorite Fortnite dance. I'll put it that way.
Oh God, dude! Man. The fact that all these early Marvel movies came out, it's something else. Like there's some Marvel movies that came out, like I think it went straight to DVD. It never went straight to like theater. One of them was Elektra with Jennifer Garner in it, and I saw that movie.
That was straight to DVD. I thought they did come out in theaters.
No, it came that was like a straight to DVD movie, I believe, and that movie was kind of trash. Sorry, Jennifer.
I saw it too, but I didn't see it for Elektra. I saw it literally just for Jennifer Gardner. I'll say that now. Back then, what do you call it? Another Marvel superhero that's just like, hey, let's get the boys in the seats. That's literally all they did with these movies, and they worked, unfortunately.
Yeah, they tried. They really tried, but it wasn't working. The only movies that legit that was doing so well was legit Spider-Man and the X-Men franchise. Those and Blade until the third movies came out, and then that kind of went down.
When Wesley Snipes decided to just go, full character dick and just kind of like, you know what? I don't like this director. I'm out. I'm just doing this for the paycheck that I'm going to lose in a few months because I'm frauding my taxes.
Crazy man.
I mean, hey, if you think about it, that's like Ryan Reynolds' first appearance as Deadpool. Cause that's literally what he was in that movie. He was Deadpool before he became Deadpool. So,
right. The only good thing out of that last movie was Ryan Reynolds' appearance in the Marvel Universe and just basically setting him up for his ultimate move,
Yeah, that would have been good.
Also,
hey, man,
there you go. Yeah, it came back to mind. On Disney Plus, I don't know if you guys watch it because I have to watch it, but it's called Marvel One Shots, which is like the little in betweens of all the movies of what characters was doing in that time frame. I don't know if you guys seen it already. If you did,
I don't think so.
It's on Disney Plus right now, so I think everybody should take a look at it because I will later on this week. So we might talk about that in the next episode. Also, guys, down in the comments below, comment what you want to see on Babble Talk and what episodes you would like to see, what you want us to talk about. Should we play any games, any quiz games, stuff like that. Some fun things that you also can join in on the fun, So just comment below, let us know, and we always watch.
We'll deliver. We'll try to deliver.
Yes. Okay, another question for the group. Best Marvel movie that you seen last year. Or last year.
Last year. I'm trying to think. Eternals, no.
No. You know what? Get out. You're fired. You're fired. Get out of here. No, that movie was again.
Or the best movie.
I didn't see it last year. I saw it this year I saw it on Disney Plus. I didn't get to see it last year.
All right, the best movie that you seen, and then a movie that it could have been better. Like a 1-in-1.
Just gave the answer to that. I think for me it was Shang-Chi. That was a really good movie. I enjoyed the music, the visuals were beautiful, and the martial arts, that's chef's kisses, man. I fucking love martial arts movies, and for me to see like a Marvel movie that involves like martial arts, especially, with the Asian community, was really great to see. It was refreshing for me to see. What about you guys?
What do you call it? Well, besides the obvious, Spider-Man No Way Home, what do you call it? That didn't come out last year. I did like Shang-Chi a lot, and what do you call it? That was really good. I agree with you on that point. Black Widow was pretty decent. I'm not gonna say it was like the best Marvel movie, but like if the most recent to come out, it was pretty decent. Her character it was kind of a weird watch because like the whole time you're just like, you're dead.
What's crazy about it though? What's crazy about it was going up in this messed up mind of mine. In the Black Widow movie, I really enjoyed it, but I wouldn't say it was my favorite. It explained a lot of her background, where her character, that was great for me. It let me know more about the character, but I just felt like the boss guy. It was just like kind of just didn't make sense.
Yeah, he was a weird character. It was
like I think it was the gimmick was he had a scent that you can't hurt him. I would come on now. You gotta think of something better than that.
That's a little overplayed. It's like
it was
weird. Smell are in trouble. Anybody who can't smell is just like I'm okay, but I'm just glad they didn't waste Kingpin on him.
And then the craziest part
is that Kingpin was supposed to be like the bad guy in that movie.
And Black Widow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Well, no.
This was around the time when they were still in talks of like bringing back Kingpin and whatnot. So I'm glad they didn't do that or even mention Kingpin in that movie. I think the drop of where they put him in was actually pretty good. Putting him in
Hawkeye.
I wouldn't say Falcon, but in Hawkeye. Yeah, it's solely.
Yeah,
I mix them up sometimes. Hawkeye and Falcon. I just kind of like, wait, they're both birds, but one of them's got wings.
Really?
But,
really?
Yeah.
One way to defeat that boss with Black Widow, just spray him with a hose. Spray him with a hose. His stand is gone. You can kill him.
See this what I would have done. This what I would have. I would have found all the Black Widows, right? And then I would have broke their nose, took the pin out, let them know what's going on, and then I would have got like 5 to 10 of them. Then we go hunting after the other one, break their nose, take the pen out, boom, boom, and then we go get him.
Have you ever been swimming? There's such things as nose pins.
No, forget that. Forget that. They gotta be violent. And then wasn't
airplane mode? Not break the phone.
Now, I think it was pretty. The coolest thing in the movie was that he was. Remember, they was tracking him, and he was always there, but they couldn't figure out where exactly. And then, like, just look up. He was above them the whole time. I thought that was so cool. It was in plain sight. Cool. In plain sight, but like you wouldn't even think. I thought that was hilarious.
The way I think about that is that think of it as the helicarrier. Shield also does that. In the second movie, they had a helicarrier legit above the city, so nobody really saw and or knew about it. And then on topic on Black Widow, Taskmaster was really disappointing. It was really.
Oh my God! Yes, the Taskmaster. I completely forgot Taskmaster was in that movie. I don't think of it as Taskmaster, honestly. I think of it as like the idea of Taskmaster. Honestly, if they want to fix it, there's one easy way to fix that. Just call Taskmaster a title, and just sweep it under the rug, and then introduce another one in the future that's the Taskmaster from the comics. Kind of like they went with like Black Widow as like a title. Because even in Hawkeye, they call a few of the assassins the Black Widow assassins when Yelena shows up.
Yeah.
They call them Black Widow assassins. So it's a title. It's not a superhero code name. So if they do the same thing for Taskmaster, Taskmaster can be, redeemed. Because, the original Taskmaster is a badass. What do you call it? He's all over the place. He's a Spider-Man villain, Captain America villain, a Black
Widow.
He's
a Daredevil. I think he's a Daredevil villain as well.
That I don't know at the moment. I'm not too if it wasn't in the Netflix series, Daredevil and me are pretty disconnected because the most I know of Daredevil is the Netflix series and his few appearances in the animated Spider-Man series from the 90s. That's all I know about Daredevil.
Okay, question. I got a question for everybody. All right, and then my best movie was Shang-Chi. For Daredevil, right? Which Daredevil you like more? The one that came out years ago or the new one, right? Now let me tell you something.
The one everyone forgot. We were talking about Elektra so much that everybody forgot about Ben Affleck's Daredevil. That's how low he was in his own movie.
Hold on. When I saw that, I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. I like, man, this is why I wear glasses. I don't got them on right now, but I'm like part of Daredevil.
Glasses to pretend to be Daredevil.
I took them off.
I remember.
It doesn't help my vision, but I feel like Daredevil.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, when I was a kid, I remember when the trailer came out. The way I saw it, I thought it was gonna be a kid who was Daredevil. I never thought it was gonna be a grown-ass adult. That's the way I saw it in the trailer. I legit thought it was gonna be like a kid transitioning to like a superhero. It was okay, but then realized it was like an adult. Oh, never mind. But it was a really interesting movie.
You know it was good. Stop lying. You know it was good. I like it. I don't care what y'all got to say. I like it.
The bad thing about it is we got Jon Favreau out of that. That was Jon Favreau's connection to the MCU. Because remember, Jon Favreau played Happy in that Happy. What's his name? Okay. Nelson. No, not Happy. I'm sorry. That's Iron Man. He played Nelson from Foggy Nelson. That's his name.
Yeah.
He played Foggy Nelson in Ben Affleck's Daredevil, and then he went on to direct Iron Man. So you know what? We can thank that movie for that one thing because Jon Favreau.
He got his Iron Man. He started
the MCU with Iron Man. He's repairing Star Wars along with Dave Filoni in Mandalorian and Book of Boba. So Jon Favreau is. We needed that. That's a Nexus event.
Yes, and one thing that threw me off was the whole relationship between Daredevil, or at least Matt and Elektra. Everybody remember that? Everybody?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it was so rushed. Like, they just met, and next they're on a little mini date, and and they start knocking off boots in the next few scenes. It's like, y'all just met.
It's part of the weird thing, the weird trend that was going on back then, where like super main character and random hot chick have a fight in a little playground area because they copied that exact same thing for Halle Berry's Catwoman. Remember, they just like for whatever reason they got to go to the playground and they have to have like a little skirmish in front of a bunch of kids, and it's just like, what the heck is going on here? None of the kids know what's going on.
He's like, damn, I wish I was playing basketball with Halle Berry.
Right. And what do you call it? Yeah, that was just the unfortunate part of that Daredevil movie. They try to put so much into it because I think I need to find out exactly if it came out before or after Spider-Man.
I think it might have came out after Spider-Man. It came out in 2003, I believe. I could be wrong. Everybody else, you can comment down below, see what year it came out. But I think it came out around that year. And then another thing is Colin Farrell's Bullseye. Now, I don't know. Bullseye, Colin Farrell's Bullseye. You know, he had the little bullseye in his dead-ass forehead. He never wore a costume or a mask, but he was Bullseye.
And they permanently gave him the logo on his forehead.
Yeah, on his actual forehead. Yeah, you remember that, Neil?
Even what do you call the Netflix?
I thought that was a new trend or something.
Season 3 of Daredevil on Netflix?
What's up?
Season 3 of Daredevil on Netflix?
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
All right, I literally just finished it like a week ago, and for some odd reason, I never got it spoiled, which is like ridiculously lucky on my behalf. Because what do you call it? When they introduced him as Bullseye, it wasn't just like a random thing. It was his like Little League baseball team logo. That's where he got it from because he was a pitcher in that show. And what do you call it? Towards the end, unfortunately, since it was canceled, we'll never see what the logo becomes because for whatever reason, he's getting his spine repaired and he's got like a cybernetic optic that gives him that logo in his eyes.
Which is weird. I never understood that. Like, what was going on? Like, what the hell was going on with that?
You know, you just remind me of in Daredevil. I haven't finished it. Right, that's bad. That's on my bad. I've been too busy. But I remember when I first started watching it.
When I heard that they can't, that's why I finished it recently because when I heard it was canceled, I was like so disillusioned with it. I was like, you know what? I can't even finish this. I'm too heartbroken. And now that he's back, I'm just like, okay, now I got the strength to finish this and see what we're not going to continue because Disney is not going to re-continue that because at the end of that series, it's a minor spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it like me and Neo for like the past few years, what do you call it? Kingpin is like in permanent jail. And now we know he's not in permanent jail. So that obviously that storyline was dropped. And just to go back to our earlier point, Daredevil actually came out in 2003 and Spider-Man came out in 2002. So they were trying to jump on the hype of Spider-Man with Daredevil. They're like, yo, a guy in a red suit swinging from buildings is good. Let's run with it. And then
I like how he started out with just having like a little, like he had a hat on over his eyes. Like, you don't know who I am. Like, boy, if you don't stop it, man, I'm gonna go to Comic-Con like that. I'm Daredevil.
They're gonna be like, what are you? Be like, I'm Daredevil.
Right. Well, what do you call it? Yeah, in the Netflix series, we get his first costume because remember, every superhero of that era gets a first costume because even Spider-Man had like a hood with a mask. Yeah. Like he painted like a spider logo on his sweater, and then Daredevil, for whatever reason, he's just wearing all black with like a ninja mask that inconveniently covers. He's basically wearing Neil's cap right now. Just pull it all the way down. You're Daredevil. You're the man in black. The devil of Hell's Kitchen. There you go.
Yeah, literally. If you think about it, yeah.
That was tips cool. 101. Nelly, damn, where's Nelly when you need him?
Yeah, I swear, where's Nelly when you need him? Damn.
Encyclopedia.
Yeah, that was 2003 was, and then again, that's when X-Men came in, and they did well. The second movie did exceptionally well, and then once The Last Stand came out, it went again, just dropped down. Like there were so many things that were so confusing. They nerfed Cyclops, by the way. Spoilers for those who have not watched it.
X-Men came out in 2000, so that one came out first.
Oh, X-Men?
X-Men came out 2000, and what do you call it? Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah.
Which Spider-Man came out in 2002.
So X-Men pretty much kicked off that thing in the early 2000s, besides Blade. But that was like what? Early, 1900s probably? Correct me if I'm wrong.
1900s? My guy.
What are you talking about, my guy?
That's like 10 years. That's like 20 years too early.
Leave me alone.
I was born in 93, so you're like 100 years early.
sorry, all right? Leave me alone.
I'm trying to see. It's,
that boy woke up from his nap.
Blade movies, but the original Blade came out in
96.
Wow. Google failed me. I was about to say 1968, but that's his car. I don't care about his car.
1968. There's no way.
That's the car that he has in the movie. It came out in 1998. That makes sense. Yeah, I was pretty young, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't watch it in theaters.
I was off by
I was
2.
around, but I wasn't. I was 5.
I was
Damn,
there.
I was out.
I was there.
And another movie that I kind of enjoyed that was pretty much based off a comic book was Watchmen. Have you guys seen that movie with Zack Snyder's Watchmen?
The director's cut, not the theater release. I saw the director's cut, and I'm glad I did because it's longer, and I saw it at home, so I got to rewatch it a couple times. And what do you call it? That was like, yo, this is DC. These guys are kind of badass. Bunch of dicks. Yeah. They're kind of badass.
I would like to see them return again, honestly. Those characters, I loved Rorschach's character until they fucking killed him off. I'm like, y'all suck. He was my favorite character for the Night Owl. Night Owl, he was badass too, but nothing tops Rorschach. He's like an anti-hero if you really think about it.
Rorschach is the original psychopath, dude. What do you call it? At least like the good kind of psychopath. What do you call it? Have you guys watched the Amazon series?
No, how is it actually?
Honestly, I don't know. I haven't watched it yet either.
You are a mess.
What do you call it? I've seen a few reviews on it. It's what do you call it? It's like a continuation of that story, so it's not like the movie. But it is an alternative universe of like events following that movie. So what do you call it? It's kind of interesting to check out. It's just I don't have Amazon Video right now, so I can't necessarily check it out.
Well, I got Amazon Video. Anyway, guys, it's getting pretty late over here on Babble Talk, so we're gonna cut the episode. See you next time on the next episode. Let us comment down below what you liked about the episode, what you didn't like. We always want to see feedback. You have any topics you want us to do in the next episode, comment down below. Either way it go, you have a good one, or a good night, or good morning, wherever time you're watching it. I don't know. I'm about to go sleep though. Go night. I'm an anime man, you know.
Good night, everyone. Mark 70 logging out.
All right.
Hey guys, it's Oscar, your friendly neighborhood nerd, also known as Basil, your Marvel, DC, and horror guy. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you on the next episode. Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.